easy to walk through the back doors of Torrey-Gray auditorium and walk right by without hardly even noticing these almost 40 feet of display boards that contain 6,000 names. These boards contain an important part of the history of Moody Bible Institute. You see, each one of these names represents a Moody alum who has served in an international cross-cultural ministry context for at least 5 years. And the names date back to the 1890s when some of our earliest alums began to go overseas and serve as missionaries. These boards also lend visual support to the statement that's often made that Moody has sent more graduates overseas to serve as missionaries than any other school in North America. These names are listed by country and continent for which they served. For instance, according to these boards, the country where most Moody alums have served is the country of China. In which continent, you ask? Well, the continent of Africa has received more than 1,600 Moody alums. Most of these names are names that you probably wouldn't recognize. Names like Walter Post, who was one of the first Protestant missionaries to enter into New Guinea, and Margaret Layer, who for 50 years served in the Central African Republic as a linguist and a nurse. There are some names that you probably do recognize. Current professors like Dr. Singley and Dr. Lightbody's names are on there. You'd also probably recognize the name of Wes Stafford, who serves in leadership with Compassion International. There's also some fairly well-known missionaries there. Isabel Kuhn, who received a burden to serve the Lisu people along the China and Burma border and came to Moody to receive training. And once she got there, she realized that during the rainy season, work almost stopped. And so she started what was called the Rainy Season Bible School, where she taught men and women the gospel and the basics of Christianity during the rainy season. And as a result of those Bible schools, countless men and women came to Christ and became evangelists and pastors and continue to impact the Lisu community even today. There's a story behind each one of the names that's on these boards. If we knew all the stories, we'd know of stories of heartbreak. For instance, we know a number of these missionaries were martyred for their faith. But there'd also be stories of triumph, where thousands of men and women came to Christ, churches were started, and orphans were cared for. This is an important part of Moody history. And in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Moody Bible Institute Alumni Association, the decision was made to update these boards. You see, new names haven't been added to these boards since the 1990s, so we've got over 20 years of names that need to be added. But along with that, the decision was made to move from these static boards to using technology that will enable us to both update them, but also to add stories of these Moody missionaries that have gone to serve. I'm really grateful that the Moody Bible Institute Alumni Association made the decision and has invested time and effort into updating these boards. And today, we're really proud to be able to reveal this new display that contains both the names and some stories about the Moody alums who have gone into all the nations to make disciples for Jesus Christ.